Hi friends, welcome on YourPedia, and our today's session panel discussion is related to the essay writing in Cochin Shipyard Limited. So there are many very less interviews in public sector, especially where you are asked to write one essay, one page essay, and Cochin Shipyard is one of such public sectors. So what is the significance of essay writing? Why it is a part of interview? What do they want to check? What kind of essays they will ask you to write? What is the duration they will give you? What is the classification? And what should be the structure of such essays, and what topic you should prepare? We are going to discuss about that. And other than this panel discussion, let me tell you friends, we have prepared a document where the topics, general topics and engineering topics asked previously, and they can be asked to you. The document is prepared by mentors of YourPedia, and please take that from our website. And also Shubha ma'am and other mentors are going to take the classes of mentoring you for essay writing. They will tell you what the structure is and how you have to do that. So we started here now. So Shubha ma'am, this essay writing is not in all the public sectors.
Right.
So my first question to you is, what do they really want to check when essay writing is made a part of interview process?
So verbal communication is one part, but here it would be, like writing किस में आता है? Before I start with my explanation, verbal communication में आता है कि written communication? Written communication, sir? कि oral communication?
So you're saying essay writing?
हाँ. और non-verbal communication?
In my opinion, this is a verbal communication, writing communication.
I think non-verbal
Non-verbal. Non-verbal तो पता है ना?
हाँ. Like
See, it is a part of communication. For sure, I know written communication. And another thing, written communication is a formal communication. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that is required in those jobs where you are to, send some documentation, where you are in some decision-making positions, where you have to draft some kind of tenders or some kind of, documents where you have to send it, and you have to make it a part of a formal, process. So communication, formal communication, and authoritative. So that terminology I'm really
These
very not very
terminologies
clear.
you know.
Okay.
See, the basic is the way you communicate, the way you express your ideas. ये भी हमारा किस में आ जाता है? Verbal communication में ही है. What they are trying to test us out is, जैसे आपने बोला कि comprehensions करने हैं, आपको बाद में written skills आपने enhance करने हैं. The mostly students get confused is essay writing में वो एक ही paragraph वो लिख के आ जाते हैं. When it is multiple segments of multiple, you can say 5 paragraphs should be there, and that is a basic structure of an essay. कभी भी आप कोई Google की कोई साइट खोल लो, किसी भी आप एक basic structure check करोगे, it would require first is your introduction. 3 body parts which support your introduction, and then the conclusion which gives the preciseness of whatever the ideas you were discussing. So that is a basic length, and the way the most it is checked is the kind of precision, the jargons, the communication terminologies. आपका flow कैसा है? Like grammatically you're not very bad. That is very important because sometimes we are verbally very good, but when we start writing something, we take the informal words into the slang. So never take informal words into your written communication.
I was checking one essay written by one student, and he was writing YOU. Instead of that, he was writing U. So that is because of the WhatsApp and all we do nowadays, I think.
Exactly.
So that should be avoided in my opinion.
So these are the precisions. Students feel that they are always checking out is the most important or the artificial, more you can say the difficult words or artificial vocabulary. But that is completely wrong. What they are trying to check it out is that the kind of comprehension in a very simple language, and you try to write it in a, you can say, neutral tone. You don't have to fancy it out, go for, you can say, lengthy words or something. That is completely wrong. And the informal words that you say.
Okay, so Shubha, I'll ask a couple of questions to both of you and me also, and that is a summary of what essay has to be. My first question is like in Cochin Shipyard, essay length, how much it should be?
250 words.
So when we say 250 words, please divide it in terms of sentences and, as you said, paragraphs.
25 into 10, like 10 words in a single line basically, and 25 sentences.
So there is 25 sentences.
Roughly it depends on the writing, but I would say that 1 page or 1.5 to the max,
Exactly.
according to the writing.
Or maybe
courses.
if we'll divide like that, we can I think 5 paragraphs, 1 introduction,
Time.
conclusion. Yeah.
How much time for writing this?
I think 15 to 20 minutes max.
15 minutes they have to do it. Sometime when we are writing, we make mistakes, we erase it, that chance is not there. How to avoid this cutting and erasing and all these things?
I think we need to go with the grammatical range and choice of words. That is, choice of words is very, I think synonyms are very important to avoid repetitions and to go with a good choice.
The most important is practice.
Yeah.
Before that is why when we have a writing class also, what we try to comprehend is we give them multiple tasks. Like every day you go and watch on one task.
Yeah.
So obviously it is automatically increase your pace.
My advice to all of you is like whenever you want to write a sentence, first phrase it in your mind.
Right.
अपने mind में you have to think, and then it should come on your page. The mistake comes when you start where you thinking and you're writing parallelly. It should not be. I mean, you have thought of one sentence, next sentence maybe you can think. So before you write anything, Shubhya, correct me if I'm wrong, you should have entire structure in your mind.
Right.
Maybe the moment they ask you to write, first 2 minutes you have to think. You have to make a structure. As you said, structure is there. Introduction, then body parts, and then conclusions. That structure should be there. And before you write any sentence, that sentence you have to rephrase in your mind, and then you have to write it.
So when we used to practice for writing, what was the hack is that for the first 2-3 minutes when the task was given to us, the teacher used to tell us that write whatever the words come to your mind.
Okay.
So that sometimes the some spontaneous words do come to your mind. At the very first liner, you write as much as you want.
On the rough page.
On the rough page, right? As much as you want.
Yes.
Then start decoding or
Obviously.
making chains.
Obviously.
Sometimes you are writing and sometimes you forget what I really wanted to go for a word. Those things are going to help you out.
So that means
make a
they should have a rough page.
rough draft is very
And then they
important.
should write whatever ideas are coming,
Exactly,
and then make a
exactly.
structure, and then start writing it.
Exactly. Don't start writing at the very first before making a rough draft.
Okay, you said about paragraphs. I want to ask you, like, if there are 3 paragraphs, how to decide what should be the content of those 3 paragraphs?
So I think introduction.
Introduction is one.
Okay.
Okay.
Then body paragraph if
Yeah,
you're talking about.
yeah.
So I think we need to be in like engaged only 4 to 5 ideas max. 5 I'm taking max. Only 4 ideas need to be required. Let's suppose if something problem and solutions. So 2 problem along with the justifications,
Okay.
along with the examples, and next body paragraph I can say it out 2 solutions along with justification example should be there. Let's suppose if we add on something we want to add, ये बहुत important है. That we can add on the 3rd paragraph we can say.
So the basic procedure is when you write an introduction, try to link your body part 1 with the introductory line. The ending of yours should be supporting. It should not be that there is no link between the paragraphs. The students do make a mistake when there is a lack of linkage between the paragraphs.
Coherence and
In the body
cohesion
one,
should be there.
whatever the idea you portrayed in the body one, suppose X, Y, Z, you must have a support or against in the body 2. And whenever you are trying to, you can say body 3 is your ending part.
Okay.
So try to have you can say the visualization of body 1 and body 2 in the 3rd part. Because that is something, linkage is very important,
Linkage is important.
which is often I think forgotten.
So if I give you introduction, separate paragraph, if I give you that this is the paragraph, can you decode it? It should be introduction and it should be conclusion.
Yes.
So what is the typical things which should be there in introduction and conclusion?
In intro, there's a generic start, which is pulling the reader to read
Okay.
it out. Like suppose
I think it's a
Defining the
yes.
topic or something?
yes.
It's a paraphrase of statement.
Paraphrase, okay.
Whatever the topic is given to, just write it in your own language
Okay.
and make examiner understand and what you're going to be writing out.
Okay.
Yes, but student used to do one thing कि वो लिख देते हैं that I'm going to tell this thing in essay.
Okay.
That is not required. You just need to paraphrase a statement and just introduce that what is the actual essay saying. That's all.
And what about conclusion?
So conclusion is what you have already said in your whole essay.
Okay.
It's a gist of summary basically. Like whatever you have already said, it's a kind of your own opinion. You can say it out. Sometimes even they ask that, give your own opinion.
Okay.
Kind of.
Should essay start with a phrase of somebody, quotation of some famous person?
If you're very sure about it and you can.
Exactly.
It is relevant. Then only you should
yeah.
mention.
If it is relatable as well.
The starts and facts should be presented only if you're very much sure and put it in the quotes
Okay.
so that you avoid a mistake. Sometimes, and if you're not aware about the quotes, suppose I am not aware about a famous person quotes in as much same words, never put it in the quotes. This is something related to grammatical and the punctuation structures that you need to add or miss.
Okay, so Shubhya, as far as the vocabulary is concerned, whenever essay writing is given to the candidates, they think that essay is all about using really good
Fancy
vocabulary,
words.
yes, and using a lot of data, and sometimes length of the sentence. So your opinion about these things, like use of vocabulary and length of the sentences and use of data, phrases and all.
So length of sentences should never be very long because उससे क्या होता है your quality of content gets you can say वो बहुत अच्छे से present नहीं कर पाते हो आप. Same I say in HR also. I say the students कि जब भी आप जितना ज़्यादा बोलोगे उतनी गलतियाँ करोगे. So never speak long or never make a long sentence. It is always going to
So
avoid.
can you quantify it, like not long means what? One line or 1.5 line?
So it is simply like if I start relating it with the English procedure, it would be subject, verb, and then the object dividing it out because it has a limit of the sentences. Like subject and predicate we talk about. So when you're talking about more than one subject, more than one predicate, so that is going to you can say leave the gap of the answer. So that is something which when the students start writing, I give them in the you can say stake कि कैसे लिखना है नहीं लिखना है उस प्रोसीजर वो समझ जाते हैं.
Achha, do you think that if a candidate is not having much knowledge about the topic and he's not having very good English also,
Right.
he can still convey his knowledge or convey his message through the good essay writing?
Yeah, surely.
So where he should focus? I don't have knowledge. I don't have
Planning.
much grasp. Yeah.
I think planning.
Okay, structure. You
Yes,
mean, huh?
structure.
Hmm.
First of all, if we're following structure, I think that would be the best part.
Hmm.
If you know that you have to make 4 paragraph or 5 paragraph like that, because आपको वहीं से एक marks मिलने शुरू हो जाते हैं. Number second, when you have to plan your essay, that's
Okay.
what you're going to be write, as you have already
In the
mentioned.
beginning when
In the
roughly
beginning
rough.
only, yes. कि मुझे ये लिखना है, I have to be go with the 2 solutions, 2 problems like that. And yes, if you have okay like
Okay.
English,
She got very important question from student side. My writing is pathetic. My writing style, the way I write, that is pathetic. So how I improve myself now in next couple of days so that I pass essay round.
Okay, sir, first of all, you have to be just a bit revise your grammatical portion. I can set out. Number second, you need to be aware about the sentence structures.
No, I'm saying about the writing. I mean
Okay.
the word, it is not legible.
Okay,
It is
okay,
so
yes,
bad,
legible.
it is not even legible.
Huh.
Be and how I have written
Okay,
those
okay,
things.
that is the thing basically.
That is the
That
point.
you need to be practice only. It come only with practice. If you are writing 2 essays in a day, one in the morning, one in the evening, you are just checking them and
Practice only will help.
Practice only will help.
One more thing I want to add, friends, like as per my feedback from the previous year students, they give you lined pages, not blank pages.
Blank
They give you lined pages. So when you do practice at home, please get lined pages, because many times students are writing on the blank pages. So lined pages means they will be writing on a straight line, and how you practice on that you can do.
So more about pathetic writing, I would say that sometimes you are just not leaving the space between the words. Even that should be counted. That you should be leaving space. It should look neat. It is not that you are in a competition of calligraphy. That's not there. It is just your writing should be neat. It should be between the
Legible.
line.
It should be.
Yeah, that is the
readable.
only purpose. And some things you do it with the passage of time. It generally
Adding
gets
on to
improved.
it, that, like ma'am is saying, is there should be no more gap. Because agar next sentence pe there are 3 words, they are not counted actually. You have to be fill the sentence properly, and then it's going to be checked.
Good. Now I think Shubha, coming to topics. So how many topics should I prepare, and from where the topics come? What kind of topics are asked?
So generally, sir, I will divide the topics into 2 dimensions. One is a generic part, another is a technical one, right?
Okay.
So generic, based on your engineering domain, like आपके basis पे क्या पूछ सकते हैं आपसे, environment basis पे, sustainability के basis पे, the latest technology, and if the technology is like evolving, what is its impact on humans, right? And it could be simply about the ethics related to that, ethical issues जो भी आपके prevalent हैं. और I would say the most important is related to skill enhancement. Skills के set पे भी बहुत आपके topics मिल जाते हैं. These are the just I'm giving you generic dimensions. आपके इसके basis पे बहुत ज़्यादा evolve हो जाएंगे multiple topics. Coming to the technical part, I think you can write it better.
So out of generic and technical, Shubha, they will give only one topic. It is not that you have to write one generic and one technical you have to write. Either they will give you generic or they will give you technical, and sometimes you cannot even decode this. Like suppose they give you Internet of Things, transforming the way industries work, or if they give electric vehicle and its repercussions in the lives of the people. So their technology is also involved, and it is generic also. I mean, anybody can write on that. Bullet train, and it's is spending justified on the bullet train in India. So those kind of topics where some kind of technology is also, and some generic things are also there.
Right.
Now, as per my understanding, technical topics, if I talk about mechanical engineering, so just see your subjects in mechanical engineering which you study. They can be divided in thermal, design, industrial, those kind of topics. So they can always give you, they can always tell you about the topics of mechanical vibration. So mechanical vibration is the big problem in bullet trains. Now that topic can also be given to you, because you know mechanical vibration. So they are not asking you to write a formula. So they should be very clear in that. But yes, they have the knowledge about how to basically control the vibration and all. That kind of thing can be done. Heat engine. If they give you heat engine and its efficiency, suppose this is the topic given, then obviously you have to make a diagram, you have to write a formula also. So technical, the topic can be theoretical, it can be related to some kind of diagram making. In case you can make a diagram, surely you should make a diagram, because that fetches you good marks. And if you can write equation or formula, you should try to do that. Similarly, now in electrical engineering, if I talk about control system, IoTs, sensors, so many topics can be framed around these topics. Civil engineering, my structure is there, the kind of geotechnological requirements is there in project management, construction management. The typical problems are related to safety, those kind of topics can be asked. So hierarchy of control in safety, that kind of topic, those kind of topics can be asked. So I mean, everything which you have read in your curriculum related to your professional background, that can be asked. You have to just express your ideas, but just see the topic which is given. If the requirement of the topic is formula or equation or diagram, you should do that. And if it is not required, then theoretically you should try to sum it up.
Right.
So that is what the topics, I think. And moreover, we have released a list of
List of
topics.
series.
So that will give you, friends, one idea what kind of topics can be asked. And moreover, you should practice it as you told. Practice, write every day. Some essay which you have written, please get it checked from the mentors. You provide it to us, we'll check it out. Shruti ma'am is there.
Right.
We all are
Yeah.
also doing that.
Yes.
So we will tell you at least where your mistakes are. If you remove those mistakes, the chance that you will get good marks in essay will be high. In my opinion, essay writing mein marks will not matter much, but if your essay is below particular level of their expectation,
Right.
you may be eliminated.
Yes, correct.
That nobody knows. But suppose you have given blank, you have not written anything, given blank. That is their discretion. They may take you, they may not take you, something like that.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think more or less we have covered everything, Shubha ma'am. Anything is left?
Sir, I think GDs we are also going on, like for
Okay.
the CSL,
Hmm.
and for the better practice of this writing skill in essay,
Hmm.
I can say it out. That is also very good point to be practiced.
Yes, yes.
Why? Because GDs are also from the current things,
Hmm.
and if they will give you generic topic, or even in the technical part also,
Hmm.
they will give you some current related.
Yes.
And if you're this is a slight difference that in GDs you are speaking,
Hmm.
and in essay writing you have to be writing.
Writing.
So it's a better thing that you're listening and then you're planning your essay and you're practicing with it.
So linking between GD
Linking between
preparation and
and
essay
essay
writing.
writing.
Wonderful, that can be done.
Yes.
So friends, look forward to mentor all of you in case you are going for Cochin Shipyard Limited and you are going to write essay and going for GDs and interviews. YourPedia is a platform, as you are already aware. We look forward to mentor you. Thank you.